சூப்பர் ஸ்டார் யாருன்னு கேட்டா சின்ன குழந்தையும் சொல்லும் கண்ணா கண்ணா. With a career over 170 movies across 5 decades, it is almost an impossible task to pick top 10, forget about top 5, but we will do the impossible by changing the criteria of only movies that I have seen in theaters. The films that I am having to choose are Dalapati, Basha, Muthu, Arunachalam, Padaipa, Baba, Chandramukhi, Shivaji, Enthiran, Linga, Kabali, 2.2 and Jailer. I'll go from number 5 to number 1 among his top 5 films. So the top 5th film is Muthu. When I saw Muthu, it was probably Rajinikanth's best comedy film. And only to have seen his Thilumullu later, and now I would rate Muthu as his second best comedy film. I'm not sure if it ever happened to an actor. In the same year, Rajinikanth had Basha, and to come up with one of the most hilarious role in a very long time and yet be very successful was just amazing. The memory of watching Muthu in theaters was just that I had a bountiful of laughter, and then in the same film to have a very magnanimous role who's obscenely rich yet austere, and to simply give away all of his wealth to become an ascetic despite having his son simply made me cry as well as a lot of people in the theater. In the midst of all of this, those evergreen iconic songs, Oruvan Oruvan Madalali, and then Tillana Tillana. As we all know, the mayhem that Muthu caused in Japan, becoming one of their highest collected movies ever, making Rajinikanth an household name in Japan. I only just learned that Muthu is a remake of Mohanlal's and Priyadarshan's Thenmavin Kombat. Top 4, Arunachalam. An epic movie that was an wholesome mass entertainer. The film opening with the trademark Rajini song, Mass Fight to Save His Sister's Marriage, was all that we needed. And yet you got much more amazing, powerful dialogues, very funny comedy, family sentiment, terrific songs, and most of all, a very novel point on Indian screen about a father leaving his son, whom he had never met, 3,000 crores, and then asking him to spend those 300 crores in less than 30 days to get those 300 crores. It was just mind-boggling. It kept you engaged throughout, and it required you to remember those rules. And just as you would forget, there is always a reminder for us to not put us in any confusion. The entire hiring of the Star Hotel, getting all of his village friends to live in it, and actually start a political party in the movie, which is after his public fight with Jayalalitha in 1996, only made things better for the movie, as it heightened the prospects of him doing it in his real life. Arunachalam is a film that you'll remember for a very long time. Top 3, Thalapati. A loose adaptation of our real-life epic, Mahabharata, specifically about Karna, and having Rajinikanth play that role was just next level. Most important emotions coming from that epic is yearning for mom's love, a deep friendship based on being equals. But unlike in the epic where Duryodhana and Karna represented Adharma, here these guys, Mammootty and Rajini, represent the good, but only by taking the law into their own hands, all of which was depicted by masterclass Maniratnam himself. Everything in this movie is antithetical to Rajinikanth's commercial formula. Despite not having anything in his trademark style and punch dialogue, Rajinikanth had to resort all of his acting prowess, especially when he learns about his mom. And also, unlike his other movies, he didn't need to shoulder the entire burden, at least from storytelling standpoint, as he had very good help from Mammootty. There is one iconic dialogue in the movie, "Idu Surya sir, Varasadinga," which was an ultimate dialogue that many fans will remember for a very long time. This movie has Ilayaraja's signature all over with his soulful music and BGM, starting with the theme music song, Rakamma Kayyattattu, all Shobana songs, and one of my all-time favorites, Singarala Pairulona Bangarale Pandenanta Padali. This movie actually would possibly rank after Maunaragam and Nayakan even in Maniratnam's top 3. Now, top 2nd, Enthiran. A first of a kind film which is a sci-fi mass commercial cinema on Indian screen. This is the second collaboration between Rajini and Shankar after Shivaji, which was a blockbuster by itself. Enthiran was a celebration for ages and also set the ball rolling for new age sci-fi action films. If there is one film where something else was the main attraction of the film other than the legend himself, then it is this animatronics of Chitti, especially in the action episodes. Technically, there are very few films that are more brilliant than Robo. Yet, Rajini was able to make it his own with his trademark Black Sheep episode. I'm not sure if anyone else could have done that scene with so much conviction and ease. He excels in those kind of roles. It was that kind of acting that made it special for kids, teens, youngsters, middle-aged and other adults. He easily humanized the humanoid for everyone to relate with Chitty when he falls in love and when he turns dark fighting to gain that love. The action episodes were so unique and great in thought that it had never been done even in world cinema, even till now. The sheer audacity to have robots take shape of animals, giant drillers, was just amazing. It was edge of the seat action episodes. As usual, ARR music and background was amazing. The outdoor locations of the songs was exquisite. And even the robo song was amazingly shot. Shankar had his signature written all over. And now his top film ever, Basha. Basha is easily the most iconic character for ages and without doubt, not even a second thought, and possibly almost every Rajini fan's favorite film, even if we consider his complete filmography. Let's simply put, this Basha character is so iconic that I can safely say that Rajinikanth wouldn't be as big as he is without this movie. This is the movie that he consolidated his gains from a special role that he did in Pedaraidu to become a star even in the homes of Telugu states, which expanded his market to go beyond megastar Chiranjeevi himself, whose films at that point in time always set the bar for South Indian films. Every film of Rajinikanth after Basha was dubbed and released big in AP, making him almost an equal to Telugu stars. So essentially, box office wise and overall economics, it changed everything for Rajinikanth. Basha was truly an experience like never before. Now we know Basha was heavily inspired from Hum, with Rajinikanth actually even acting in Hum. But Basha just took it to 10 notches above in terms of cinematic experience. This film epitomizes everything to celebrate about Rajinikanth and his cinema. Trademark swag, style, punch dialogues, fights and songs. The famous punch dialogue, "Na oru thadava sonna நூறு தடவை சொன்ன மாதிரி." One of the most iconic scenes ever is the college scene where all he had to say was, "என் பேர் மாணிக்கம், எனக்கு இன்னொரு பேர் இருக்கு." And then the camera pans out to see the shivers and trembles of a profusely sweating college chairman. Just like that, I had goosebumps, and the magic of that scene was so amazing. And then what followed, getting tied to a lamppost and beaten with no restraint, and then to explode on the screen, getting the pump off the ground and hitting the baddies to pulp to again become Basha for that moment. And then after the interval, the movie simply went into the flashback that actually not only managed to match the hype of Basha, but it upstaged it. His iconic frameless sunglasses, his walk, his hair, everything about Basha was super iconic. I can talk for ages about Basha just from my memory without having to watch that movie again, as it has been etched into my memory so much. To put it simply, Basha is Rajinikanth, Rajinikanth is Basha. If you like the review, show your love by liking the video. Spread the love by sharing it with your friends, family, and bless us by subscribing to the channel so that we can keep meeting often. Thank you.